Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Life of a Business Manager podcast. I'm your host, Syna Chan, and today we're diving into something very exciting, at least for me. I hope you guys are excited as well. What you can start doing today to carve out your path towards becoming a business manager. We're going to talk about 4 segments during this episode to explain the details to becoming a business manager. Let's get started. Alrighty, so you might be wondering, what exactly does a business manager do, and how can I become one? Let's just start with the definition. A business manager oversees operations, manages teams, and ensures that goals are met efficiently. It's a role that blends leadership, problem solving, and strategic thinking all together. While there's no right path for everybody, there are steps that you can start doing right now. The first segment of this episode is to understand the role. The first step in becoming a business manager is understanding what the role entails. Business managers wear many hats. As I mentioned, they oversee operations, internal or external, manage multiple teams, and create strategies in order to get the job done. Also, they ensure that business goals are met all the time. One advice I wanted to add is to be aware that you might have to use your business therapy. And when I mean business therapy, I mean therapists. And the reason why I'm saying that is because while being in this role, when I first took on the position, I didn't realize the mental and emotional toll it took on me until after multiple years. And I started analyzing exactly what was going on. If you're considering this path, I would ask yourself what attracts you to the role. Is it the leadership aspect? Is it the problem solving? Or maybe just the opportunity to drive results? From my opinion, I really like the opportunity to drive results. And that is what motivates me in order to align my goals and build a plan. Here's something you can do today. What I would recommend is to research the job description for business managers on job sites such as LinkedIn or Indeed, and look for recurring skills and qualification and what stands out to you. Take notes on what aligns with your current skills and what areas you might need to develop. Because if you know exactly the job description, you know if you're able to do this skill. You also know if this is something you want to do. Another pro tip is to follow a few business managers on LinkedIn or other social platforms and see exactly what they're talking about and see if you get inspired. Let's move on with segment 2, which is start building key skills. Now that you have a sense of what business management involves, it's time to build the skills that will set you apart. The good news is you can start building these skills without waiting for a formal role or a promotion. Here are some of the key skills and what you can do today in order to develop them. The 4 skills are leadership skill, problem solving, financial literacy, and communication. So let's start with the first one. So for leadership skill, I would recommend to volunteer to lead a small project at work or within a community. Practice communicating clearly, delegating tasks, keeping the team motivated. Just act like a leader already today. The next one is problem solving. Look at your current job or life and identify a challenge that you can work on to solve by outlining a plan and solve it step by step. The third skill is financial literacy. Even if you're not a numbers person, understanding budgets and basic financial principles is beyond crucial in this role. Start by watching YouTube videos. That's what I would recommend just because it's easy access. I've learned a lot of skill sets through YouTube or reading a blog about budgeting or financial reports. There's plenty of the 10K reports on multiple companies that you can read about, and they're quite long. So if you have the time, I highly recommend it. The fourth skill is communication. So strong writing and speaking skills are so essential in this role. 50% of the time you're writing, you're speaking to someone. So try journaling your thoughts or practicing explaining complex ideas in a simple manner. One suggestion I do recommend, if it's still available, is to sign up for Toastmaster meetings and participate in teamwork discussions. And just remember, for all of these skills, every little step that you take will build the foundation to becoming a business manager or any other role that you're interested in. Okay, on to segment 3, which is gain experience and take initiative. Experience is often the most significant hurdle for aspiring business managers. But here's the thing, you don't need to wait for someone to give you the title to start acting like a business manager. Here's what you can do today. The first one is to take ownership. In your current role, find an area where you could take initiative. Maybe it's streaming a process, creating a new system, mentoring a colleague. Show your ability to make things happen. The next one is to shadow or learn from a manager. If possible, I would ask your manager or any manager if you can assist and hey there, fellow business managers. Are you looking to save time and boost productivity in your role? Let me introduce you to my Stand Store, where I've put together a collection of ready to use business templates designed specifically for people like us. These templates are practical, professional, and crafted with the day to day challenges of business management in mind. Check out my Stand Store now at standstore.com/life of a business manager. Thank you so much for supporting the podcast and hope you enjoy the rest of the episode. Observe their responsibility. This can give you the front row seat of decision making, strategic thinking, and just open your eyes on exactly what they do. The next one is to get certification. There are so many platforms that offer courses such as Coursera, Udemy, LinkedIn Learning offers short courses on management, leadership, and other relevant skills. Find one that interests you and commit and complete it in a couple months, and then you'll get certified. Okay, so let's talk about segment 4, which is to network and stay curious. I love the word stay curious because if you're not staying curious, you're just being comfortable. Networking isn't just for people in sales. It's actually building relationships, can open doors, provide mentorship opportunities, and keep you in the loop about your industry trends. So I would start small. For example, send a message to someone you admire on LinkedIn, attend a local business meetup, or join an online group related to your industry. The key is just to be yourself, be curious, ask questions, share your interests, and offer value where you can. If you have time, I would highly recommend you to reach out to one person this week who's in a business management role. Just send a polite email or a message and introduce yourself and ask if they're open to having a quick chat about how they got into the role. And there you have it. Those are the 4 segments of what you can do today in order to become a business manager. Remember that progress doesn't happen overnight. Just be consistent and you'll get there. You'll get somewhere if you're consistent. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who's on their career journey. Thanks for tuning in to Life of a Business Manager podcast. Until next time, goodbye, everyone. Hi, everyone. Just a reminder, the content provided in our podcast is for informational purposes only and should not be construed as professional advice. Listeners are encouraged to consult with appropriate professionals before making any business decisions based on the information provided in this podcast. We do not endorse any products or services mentioned unless stated in any of our episodes. Thank you for listening.